Dum dum dum. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We need some give people some time to get up in here, man. I gotta get some people some time to get up in here. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Oh shit. What up, B Smooth? What up, Itchy by Game? And I see make sure all my stuff is right. I need to send my settlement, man. God, dog. Let me see how much I made this week. Even though I got a good idea. I'm ready. Oh shit. Dum 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 dum. Oh, how y'all doing on this Thursday, man? Can I get a sound check? How I sound, man? How I sound? Can I get a sound check? 1 2 1 2. Sound check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me know how I sound, man. Once you guys share this out, I don't want to have to be repeating myself. We get 30 minutes into this thing, and then another 100 people come in. Um, Another 100 people come in and be like, "Oh, what happened, Jay?" You got to watch the replay. You got to catch on the replay, cuz. You get more views going live. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna go live earlier, but I honestly just fell asleep. But it's been a long day, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Oh, trust. It's been a long day. So it's 20 people in here. I guess we're gonna rock out with 20 people. As more people come, they can be added to the conversation. I'll post the link later. I'm sure people are driving now for whatever reason. Sometimes when I do these stream yards, people don't get the notification. So it is what it is, man. Y'all can share it out, send it to people phones, whatever may have you. We gonna rock. Okay. So I talked to VL today. Specifically, I talked to Richie and Vic, which for those who don't know, Richie is the dispatch manager. Vic is the operations manager. Um, they are pretty much the head guys in the building at VL. They are, number one and number two. Or you could say they're number one A and number one B, or however you want to look at that structure of power. They're the two most powerful people in that building. After them, you have the owners. You know what I'm saying? You have the owners. I've never really spoke to the owners like that. I had one conversation with one of them via Facebook, just letting them know my appreciation. Just on some, hey man, appreciate the company. I made a lot of money because you started this company, that type of shit. But I don't have as near as a formal relationship with the owners as I do with Vic and Richie. And so I want to start there. First of all, I want to stay to Vic and Richie. I appreciate you guys taking the time to sit down with me on that 2-hour conference call because, I mean, let's face it, man. Today I'm here to keep it a buck with people and just be brutally honest on some shit. And if I'm being brutally honest, for a company to sit down with essentially a driver and explain things the way that they explained it to me, to break things down the way that they broke it down, to make sure that I get a full understanding of what's going on, what's been going on, and what's hopefully to happen moving forward. I can't do nothing but appreciate that. Whether I agree with everything that was said or that's going to be done, that's for me to decide. And as I explained it to you guys, that's for you guys to decide. I'm not here to sway anybody's opinion. I'm not here to, try to convince anybody of anything. But that cannot go unnoticed. That cannot be just a small speck of like these brothers sat down and really talked to me. You know what I mean? Any other company, any other organization, whatever may have you, essentially, as if a worker or a contractor tries to get a detailed information of a big move like this, they essentially can just say fuck you. Honestly, I mean, I'm not saying that most companies will, but they can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't, we really don't have as much power as we think we do. Um, Individually. Now together, we are fucking unstoppable. Make no mistake. But as one individual driver trying to, against an organization, well, you know what I mean? So for them to do that for me, I appreciate that. So we sat down and we talked about some things. And we talked about the future of VL trucking as it stands right now. And we talked about the past. And we talked about some things that have happened. So for the 35 people that are in here, to cut straight to the point, to beat around the bush, to get right to it for what you're here for, and then you can go about your business and make your decision. VL is not changing their policy in regards to the rate cons. They are still moving forward with the doing away of the rate confirmations for all lease drivers, owner operators, company drivers never got them. So, for those that are looking for me to come up here and say, oh, yo, I got them to change it, they're going to start giving it back out. It's not going to happen. They are standing firm. They're standing firm in that. And they're moving forward with that. Now, for those who care to stick around and find out why, this is where I get to that point. But, I didn't want to leave you hanging too much as to the actual answer that they gave me. Now we can have a conversation as to why. If you're interested, stick around. If not, hey, man, make your decision. Because, yeah, you're just not a driver guy. Your viewers, I understand that. And the only thing that I can tell you guys, and I'll elaborate later. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And referral money aside, and I know I say that and people roll their eyes, but I promise y'all, and some of y'all know in the comments, some of y'all legit know the things that VL has done for not only me, but some of my co-workers, the people, that are here, that I've seen them do, in my opinion, does not strike me as a company that is looking to take advantage of people. That's just where I stand with it. It's hard, you know what I mean? Like if I would have only been here for 30 days and this happened, then it's like, man, you know what I mean? But I've been here over a year and I've seen so much shit, man. So much shit. Like I'm talking about where they have legit gone out of their way to help people. And I just can't see these same individuals like wanting to screw drivers over. I just can't. Maybe that's my bias being blinding me, or maybe that's just I didn't drunk too much of the Kool-Aid. Fine, I take that, man. But I'm sitting on a lot of money, man. I'm not even trying to flex at this point. I done made a lot of fucking money. I work from home, and I'm still expanding my business. Like I'm looking to hire another driver and have 4 trucks in the next month. You know what I mean? And like that's just not something that I feel like I'm just doing just to do. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that shit just to be popular or just to look a certain way. I've seen YouTubers do that shit where they build this amazing fleet or this amazing organization on YouTube, and it looks a certain way, but that should end up crashing anyways. So knowing that I'm not just doing this to just say I'm doing it, like it's simple. I trust VL. I trust them. And so, besides my bias aside, let's get to what they told me. I will say the company as a whole, not trying to wrong anyone, but there are some dispatchers that are to get more for their drivers. I understand that. But I mean, I feel like that's anywhere you go. You know what I mean? Um, just you know what I mean. You always gonna get that. But let's get to why they doing it. And you know what, man? I got to do it. I got to say it because y'all know me, man. I'm a firm believer in giving credit where credit is due. Fucking he party hard, man. He said it. He was right. He was right, man. He was fucking right. He told me, even though, and he said in a not so nice way, but that's just how, party hard speaks sometimes. But he was like, yo, when you find the plug, can't tell everybody. Just can't. You just can't. When you put people on, when you get put onto the plug, and you find a good situation, you can't tell everybody. And me, I didn't want to believe it because I'm like, nah, man, that's what I want to put my people on. I want to tell everybody this is good money, this is good situation. I'm not with that. I'm with helping my people. And if everybody eating, don't nobody got to ask nobody for nothing. So we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. And the thing about when you put all these people on, somebody fucks it up. People always fuck it up, man. Like it's crazy, bro. Like niggas fucked it up. You want to get mad at anybody? Get mad at your fellow drivers. That's who you get mad at. You get mad at VL all you want. You can get mad at me. You can get mad at whoever the fuck. Get mad at your fellow drivers because at the end of the day, anybody who has been here long enough to experience VL know that they would not make a move like this so drastic if they did not feel like their backs was against the wall. Shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't make a move like this if it hadn't been a continuing theme from different people. So what's happening is when they give these rate cons, on these rate cons are contact information for the customers, contact information for the brokers, just the contact information for whoever we're pulling the load for. Some of the loads are for brokers, some of the loads are for direct customers. What is happening is owner operators, and they're saying, I don't know if it's specifically owner operators who are leasing on with their own trucks that are just doing it, or if it's, I really have a hard time believing that it's VL lease operators because it's a VL lease truck. Why it wouldn't make sense. So it makes sense for it to be owner operators who have their own truck who came to VL, and what they're doing is they're using the rate cons to try to negotiate rates with the brokers. And I know what people are going to say, like, well, ain't that what you're supposed to do? Well, it depends on how you have an understanding of your contract. Depends on how you look at your contract. Your contract states that VL is to negotiate your rates, and it's VL obligation to negotiate the best possible rate. So when a dispatcher, and I know everybody dispatcher ain't the best, everybody dispatcher don't get the best rates, then at that point I believe that's a conversation you have with Richie. You know what I mean? You like, look, bro, this motherfucker suck. Like this, he ain't getting it. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the dashboard, or I'm looking at this. But at the same time, you also have to understand that if you book 10 loads from the same place going to the same place all 10 of those loads ain't gonna be the same. They're not gonna pay the same. They just not. I don't know if you guys know that. I know that from freight agent school. And this is why a lot of this makes sense to me, because I did get that training. Shout out to the great Sage for training me. But a lot of what they said to me made sense. So what's happening is you having a driver, you just say you get a load for $2,500 going 500 miles, and he's using the rate con to contact the broker to shake down the broker. Hey man, I know you said you're doing this for 25, but can I get 28 for it? And now what's happening is that drivers are holding freight hostage. Now, I'm not saying any of you are doing it, but this is what's being done. A driver is picking up a load from Texas that's supposed to be going to Oklahoma. Halfway through the trip, the driver decides, you know what? I need an extra $300 to get this to Oklahoma. And the driver parks the truck and he calls the broker. Hey man, look, I feel like I should deserve another $300 on this load. What's up? The broker is like, well, wait a minute. I've already negotiated this load with your company. Why are you talking to me? You should be talking to the carrier. And the drivers are saying, fuck that. You the broker. You got the money. I want it from you. And drivers are holding loads hostage, not delivering loads. And brokers, as a broker, that's terrifying. As a freight agent, for those who don't know, if you are a freight agent for a brokerage and you have bust your ass to secure a load, let's say it's your first load that you're trying to you booking for a customer, that this customer that took a chance on you and your brokerage, right? And then you got a carrier that you done found, VL, supposed to be a reputable carrier, because there are sites that you can go and look up carriers information and things like that as a broker. And so you book the load with the carrier thinking that, okay, they're going to deliver the load, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And then that carrier, that driver, that owner operator decides to hold that freight hostage because they want an extra $200-$300. What you going to do as the broker? Yeah, you can pay that $200-$300, but do you think that broker is going to want to use that carrier again? Or do you think that they're going to blacklist them? Don't fuck with them. Shady business. And that's what's happening. VL is being blacklisted by brokerages because drivers are calling directly to brokers to negotiate on top of the negotiation that's already been done, and they're holding loads hostage. And it's costing VL freight. It's costing VL customers. They lost a $5 million customer, hazmat company out of Colorado, because they had a specific line that they had to call to reach this customer, the vice president, whatever, that they had a relationship with. And, you know, in trucking, you learn that certain relationships, everybody don't need to be made privy of. Certain relationships, you just don't tell people about. So when you're a carrier and you have a relationship with a customer, but then you have a driver, owner, operator who leaves that carrier, starts his own authority, and then use rate cons to make contact with this customer to say, hey, you know, I'm an old representative of VL. I represent such and such and such and such. What's up? I'm trying to get some of y'all freight. And then now that customer calling VL like, yo, what the fuck? Who is this? I do business with y'all. Like, I didn't, you know, saying my establishment is with y'all. Why is this person calling me? I don't even know who the fuck this is. And now you losing big contracts because of that. For a lot of the owner operators who worry why VL is majority off of the spot market with their freight, is because they don't trust their owner operators to not reach out directly to their direct customers, because that's something that they just have been dealing with. And they don't want to run the risk of losing their direct customers, which is why most of the direct customer freight that they have, the company drivers have been pulling it. So you wanted to know why? That's why. You don't got, if you agree with it, don't agree with it. I'm not here to convince nobody of nothing, man. Let's be revealed was going to lie about race. They would send drivers, fake Raycons. Whoops, where it go? Fake Raycons. Not much will be different now that they don't show it. And that's my thing. The way I'm looking at it, here's how I'm looking at it. If my money drops, I'm out. I'm out. I mean, but who else should you blame, Jay? What you gonna blame VL for? Like this the thing I never understand, right? And this is what maybe somebody can help me understand. Why would a carrier not want their drivers to make money? Especially one that has become as public and popular as VL. I don't know, man. So why not get rid of the ones they don't trust or do it? That was one of my questions. B Gisley or Gisley, I think I pronounced that right. And I think they just to a point where they've been burnt so many times that it's hard. You know what I mean? When you talk about losing millions of dollars in contracts, and freight and movement, um, it's hard to just trust again. You know what I mean? Like like I understand it, man. I mean, as a fleet owner, from this perspective, I get it, man. Like but it's like I tell people though, man, it's levels to this shit. Like this is a zero down lease. A lot of us are walking in the door. A lot of us are walking in the door with zero down and leasing trucks with this carrier. And we make money for 3 months, and now we think we business experts. We think we authority experts. And the problem is, too many of us are watching guys with their own authorities or their own contracts, and we want to do like they do. Well, here's the thing. Hey, man, listen. If you want to go and negotiate your own freight, go get your authority. Or if you don't like, and this is a message directly from the boss, man. If you don't want to move forward with the company, if you don't like the way that they're gonna make the changes, if you're not even willing to give after all that they have done up until this point to show how much of a carrier they're gonna be behind their drivers and making sure their drivers make money, offering lease trucks and things to that nature, then hey man, leave. Like I promise y'all, like I'm not gonna be in no feel no type of way. They not gonna feel no type of way because 9 times out of 10, those same people are probably the same drivers that are delivering loads late, failing DOT inspections. You know what I mean? So it probably go hand in hand. It's probably the same group of people if we really being honest. You know what I mean? But I'm just to the point where I didn't been here too long and I got too much invested to be like, oh man, fuck it. One change, I'm gone. I don't trust them. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so so you have to stop being a spike person for VL. Hey man. So okay, so let me ask y'all, what do y'all think I should do then? This is what I want. This is what I want to know. Where the link at? Where the link at? Where the link? Where the link? Y'all know me. I want the smoke. It wasn't just one incident. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna link right there, man. Call in, talk about it. Let's go. Hold on, can I give Raycons? I'm pretty sure these things have happened to them, but they still give us Raycon. Mm-hmm. Boom, there go the link. Oh no, wrong one. Where the link go? Oh, there you go. Boom. See if anybody call in today. Just about to ask them to let me see the Raycon. I guess that's a no go. Nah, it's companies that don't give Raycons to owner ops. And yes, you have a group of drivers who are okay with it. Only problem with that is that creates doubt. Rates fluctuate, but if you know you've been getting a certain rate and it changes suddenly, it'll make you question if they skimming off the top. Hey man, I don't know, man. Like at this point, I really just don't. You can't please everybody, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna choose to stay. I'm sure, like I said, a lot of people gonna leave, um, and we'll see what happens, man. Like I mean, ain't nothing else you can really do, honestly. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like people, like I don't think that they're gonna be like begging people to stay. Like he told me straight up, if people want to leave, he like if it's that big of a deal to people, he'll waive the 5K walk away. If it's that big of a deal, because his thing is if his drivers don't trust him that much, and this is coming straight from Vic, if his drivers don't trust him that much, he don't want them working for him anyway. Again, man, when you have it's just crazy. It's crazy how shit work, man. It's like a what have you done for me lately situation. Is the way I look at it. Like that's what I don't get. Like you see you have people who walked in the door with zero down, no money, right? Now they done made all this money, they done did all the things that they want to do, and now some things change, and it's like, oh fuck that company. It's like, huh? Fuck that company. That's crazy. That's crazy as shit to me. Just like VL has been burned by drivers. You had a VL driver on last night that said he caught them stealing from his twice, 1,000 and 100. Yeah, that is true. But I don't know, man. From my understanding, that go on everywhere. So it's hard for me to, you know what I mean? Niggas say a lot of shit up here. I don't know what. I don't know what's what when niggas say shit like that. That's the way I was told. The way that a broker broke it down to me is whatever a broker pays VL really ain't none of my business. Like my contract is with VL. My leasing agreement is with VL. You know what I mean? So as long as I feel like the money that VL is paying me is adequate enough money for me to be a lease driver with them, then I'm Gucci. But technically, if I look at my contract and I understand my contract, again, man, you can't be a lease driver who's leasing a truck through a carrier and expect to be treated like a owner operator who's brought his truck over, or be treated like a guy who has his authority. It just don't work like that. There's levels to. I say it all the time. It's levels. This is the shit that you deal with on this level. You think VL the only company that may or may not be doing things with shit? You think you gonna go anywhere else and not experience something? You mistaken. In my opinion, I've seen it. Hell, most of the cats that have come to VL that I have talked to have come because other companies were doing the same shit. They just won't make it as much. Their whole thing is shit. At least at VL, I'm making 3, 4, 5 bands a week. You got some lease drivers out here who making $1,500 to $2,500 a week. So I'm just, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm more of a glass half full type of guy, but I get it though, man. It go back to what I say, man. How you run your business. You know what I mean? The structure of your business. The way my shit is set up, 3 trucks, $4.99 a week. If the market dip, I'll be fine. If I lose all my referrals, I'll be fine. I mean, that's why you got to save your bread and prepare for anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not banking on, excuse me, making over $8,000 gross every single week. You know what I mean? So maybe I can just move differently. What up, Mob? I see you.
Yeah, what's up with you?
Ain't shit, man.
Hey, you know what's funny, man? Because that situation that's going on with VL. I remember back in 2018, me and Jay Rich went back and forth about this same subject because I was telling her about things I was doing, and she was like, "Why don't you just tell everybody? Put people on, people on." I'm like, "Why would I do that shit? Like, why would I do that shit? If I'm sitting here pulling a load for $4,000, and I tell everybody, hey, look, this is why I'm pulling the load for $4,000. This is the customer. This is why I'm picking it up from. This is where I deliver it to." Somebody else just call right behind me and be like, "Hey, look, I'll do it for $3,800," and bam, I lost the contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when people look at this scenario, it's just business. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
If I was in your shoes, unless you have a gut feeling that you feel like something is going on, then I will try to look at other ways. But shit, like I said, you've been dealing with these folks for years, so you know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? And I know somebody left a comment saying if the rate was to drastically drop, they will raise suspicion. You gotta understand this is a free market. The rate is not going to remain the same forever. I don't
It's
know if
not.
anybody understands this shit or not. It's because, like, put it this way: if you look at the past 10 years, nobody been making the money they've been making it this year. Period. So y'all can't come into this mind frame like, well, shit, I've been grossing 6,000, I've been grossing 12,000, I've been grossing 12,000. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, nah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
nah. This market got a lot of y'all feeling like this is how it is, but this is not how it is, man.
Right.
Just last year, people was pulling freight for $1 a fucking mile. In 2019, the average was $3 a mile. To get a $5 mile load, 2019, the whole year now, that was out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, what they're doing, I mean, I'll go ask a few questions. You already put it out about negotiating rate stuff like that. If you're a company driver getting paid cent per mile, it shouldn't matter to you at all. It
No,
really
it,
should.
it,
People still
it
get
won't
cent per
affect
mile.
anything. The only thing that it would affect, the way it's going to go now, only difference is you won't get a rate card. However, if a driver still feels some type of way, number one, legally, if you physically go there, like it's a broker law that they have to show you in the building. So if you feel that type of way, whereas I gotta see it, you can physically number one, you can physically go there and they have to show you. Number two, they said they'll show the invoices to anybody. And the invoice is
Hmm.
going to be what they actually are making off of the load, like the
Okay.
invoice from the actual the broker. No, no, no. Excuse me. The customer. Whatever. Who else? What is it? Let me think. The broker pays. Yeah, the broker. The invoice from the actual broker. So that's what they was. That's the way they explained it to me. If anybody wants to see the actual number that is being paid out, they will happily show the invoice. But their thing is again, if drivers just straight up don't trust them like that, then leave. I mean, like they don't
Yeah,
want
it's
nobody.
that simple.
Yeah,
like
you
like
know what I
like
mean.
like like if you're a lease operator there and you don't like it, just buy a fucking truck and go to Landstar or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean.
It's that simple. You ain't gotta force them and be like, hey, look, if you want me to continue to drive, you have to do this because they could be like, well, shit, you can go somewhere else because somebody else would come here and do it the way we got it done. Cause they do it everywhere else. People go to Prime like it ain't
That will they be smooth. He said that they will waive it. He said that anybody, because this thing again, he don't want nobody working for him that don't trust him. He would rather build with drivers that are going to trust them, that they're going to still make money and negotiate to the best of their ability. And if they don't believe in that, hey man, there's the door. So that is something that's out there for anybody that is thinking about leaving and want to leave. There you go. You can screen record this and send it. I mean, I'm sure they watch my shit anyway, so they know that I'm putting this out. We had a conversation. They asked me to put this information out to relay it to the public. They asked me to do my best to try to get you guys to understand from their perspective. But I already know, man, drivers gonna do what drivers gonna do. Everybody just always gonna do what the next fad is. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. So, but on the positive note, for those that are planning on staying one of the things that they are going to start doing is they're going to start opening up customer free to owner operators. Um, so we won't be being based solely off of the spot market anymore. We'll be able to start pulling customer freight now as well, which we didn't have access to that because they didn't want to risk drivers reaching out to those customers to trying to take that, negotiate that and losing that freight. So basically, in a nutshell, for those who are coming in late, drivers are going behind VL's back to negotiate more rates, more money for these rates, and it's causing VL to be blacklisted by brokers, and it's causing them to lose customers. Now, drivers are gonna act like, oh man, no, they supposed to just chop that shit up to the game. But if you run in a business, man, you got to protect your business at all costs. So a lot of you guys who are talking about getting your own authority, guess what? One day you're gonna have potentially owner operators who you're gonna want to run under your authority, and you're gonna want to protect your customers from them. You don't want, like, if you got an authority, let's say you got a lane from Norfolk, Virginia to Richmond, Virginia, that you got 5 trucks on, and you got 5 owner operators, or let's say you got 3 owner operators, 2 company drivers. Let's say one of those owner operators go behind your back and go directly to that customer and say, look, man, you giving this guy this lane for $1,000 from Norfolk to Richmond. I'll pull it for $750. And I got 4 trucks that I already got sitting on the side. And now they take that lane from you because they underbid you. That's what's going on with VL, just on a much larger scale. So at the end of the day, business-wise, you got to do what you got to do to protect your business. You got to do what you got to do to protect your lanes. For the guys that aren't doing it, the guys that are doing it are stealing not just from VL, but from us as well. You got to think about that as well, because guess what? If everybody keeps back cutting and taking customers, or we keep getting, if VL as a company keeps getting blacklisted from brokers, what's going to be left for us to pull as drivers? Because then at that point, let's just say hypothetically, the big wigs, they got their bread, they set. You know how that go. You shut down one business, start up another one. But us as the drivers, what we going to be left with? So that's all I'm saying, man. That's why I'm just trying to look at it from both perspectives, man. I'm not trying to, again, sell nothing to nobody, but it just amazes me how people are incapable of even trying to look at it from a different perspectives other than their own. And I'll tell you now, respectfully, business wise, you're not going to get far not being able to look at things from different perspectives other than your own, whether you like it or not. You're not going to get far. You can leave, you can go here, you go there, you can do this, you can do that, you can start your own situation. But if you aren't able to start grasping situations from different perspectives and just trying to understand the other side, I mean, you just ain't gonna get far. So, let me go back up to these comments. Endless J is basically a small group of friends causing issues and nothing to do with their trust. So I have gotten this talk from CEOs many times, Jay, and the outcome is the same every time. Yeah, man, it's just, a lot of guys confusing. Like, a lot of guys looking at VL as like the homies, which they is. I fuck with Richie. I fuck with Vic. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if I do some shit that's going to jeopardize the business, guess what? I got to go. Or they got to protect you. Listen, man, the business is more important than all of us. Like, that's what I think a lot of people are missing. VL trucking, the business is more important than any of the drivers. If there is no lanes, if there is no brokers, if there is no, relationships, we have nothing. We have nothing to pull. We're gonna be pulling shitty ass freight. And then when the market goes back down, or whatever it do, and then we grossing $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week, and we wonder why we can't make no more money with this carrier, is because we done fucked up all the other contracts. We didn't, they had been blacklisted because we just letting our homeboys and shit. Oh man, yeah, let them do what they do. Let the drivers do what they do. It's like the same thing I said with my driver. Things have to go a certain way. It has to be a certain structure. If not, it turns to chaos. Period. And if you can't see the bigger picture in that, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I want 7 figures one day. potentially 8 figures one day. I'm not saying that shit gonna happen overnight. It might not happen for another 20 years. But I know in order for me to get to that point that I have to start understanding shit outside of, oh shit, my check ain't gonna be 7 grand this week. I gotta start understanding why. Relationships, networking, just different things, man. It ain't always about getting the biggest check that week. And I think as drivers, sometimes we struggle with looking at things from that perspective. It's like, oh man, I'm not gonna make a big check this week. And you just gotta try to evolve business wise beyond it. Or maybe it ain't for everybody to understand, man. I don't know. Whatever. Let me read some of these comments. They wouldn't do this unless that bottom line is affected severely. Man, listen, when you lose I can't remember if it was 5.3 or 5.8. But when you lose a let's call it 5.3. When you lose a $5.3 million contract of a hazmat, I can't think of what that. Anybody might know, what is that company in Colorado? It starts with an R. Ragnar. So I don't know what the fuck that shit. It's supposed to be a big ass chemical company in Colorado. That's a huge chemical company that they had freight with, and they lost it. They lost it because of what we're talking about, of drivers going behind the back and trying to secure it for themselves. They get the best fuel discounts. They get good tire discounts. They help pay what you need done without charging you. I don't get what you're saying, Jay. You having a conversation. Go to Landstar and get 35%. Took a book. That's Robbie. You also got more problems you have there. All business is business, move and adjust. I hear you, Jay, but part of running a successful business is knowing the numbers. Without those, you're operating in the dark. And in this industry in particular, that shit can be detrimental. I understand that, but I believe that there are other ways to track what the rates are. You know what I mean? Like if you got a DAT board, if you have a truck stop load board, you're still able to see what the rates are paying. You know what I mean? And you can compare. I mean, I don't think that drivers are going to be in the dark as they think they are. I think, you know what I mean? It's easy. In my opinion, maybe I'm missing something to where I can use a load board or I can use other means of researching the market to understand what I should be making. And then if my dispatcher calls me with a load that's below standard, and then here's the other thing too, you guys got to remember, it's not forced dispatch. So if it was like, I think Prime is forced dispatch. If it was forced dispatch, then I could understand a little more the frustration of like, so you ain't gonna leave me no Raycon and you telling me I gotta take this load. But you can still tell them like, yo, I don't want this load, or I want this amount of money. This is what you are still in control of the situation. You just don't get the Raycon. That's it. Jay, just get your own authority. Now I'm cool, bro. I'm cool where I'm at, man. Because niggas be talking about getting an authority, like getting an authority is the greatest thing in the world. When a lot of these niggas is out here struggling, like I ain't even gonna hold you. Like people think that you just get an authority and it's a rainbow and it's the end of the game. Like people think you get your authority and the credits just roll. It don't work like that, bro. Like that authority shit is you gonna see firsthand what VL is dealing with. Because if you think you just gonna get an authority and customers are gonna fall out of the sky like fucking raindrops, you got another thing coming. Just gonna be honest with you. Just to be honest with you, man. There are reasons why people have gotten their authorities and let them shits expire. You have guys who are making more money leased on than they are with their own authority. And that's not to knock it by no means or disrespect it or anything to that effect. But that's just to let you guys know the level of difficulty in maintaining your own authority is not as easy as just, I'm gonna just get my authority and that's gonna solve all my problems. Because you're still gonna deal with the same shit with brokers. You still gonna deal with double brokering and all that shit. but you gonna have to deal with it, not your carrier having to deal with it. So, please don't, and again, this is not me trying to discourage anybody because I had a long process of thinking about getting that a while ago. And when I looked at the numbers of what I'm making at VL, even with the referral money to the side, it's like, why the fuck would I ever do this? You know what I mean? Like, let me tell you something. Short of VL going bankrupt, like I have every intention of staying here, paying off my trucks, and maintaining my relationship. So I just need you guys to know that from rip. Like that's just what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? And up until like a couple days ago, I knew a couple of other guys that I had talked to who were saying those same things. Like, man, it's an overpriced truck, but I mean, I'm making good money. It's not too expensive. Whatever the market gonna do, I'll be fine. I'm talking about the $4.99 a week. I'm not talking about 6, 7, 8, 9, or however much y'all. I'm paying $4.99 a week. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. I'm invested in this for the long haul, like I am. You know what I mean? If that make me dumb, then I guess we'll just see who's dumb and who's not. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens in 5 years. You know what I mean? Worst come to worst, I'll have some money. I mean, as long as you got some money and a line of credit from a credit union or bank, you can always make something shake in this industry. So I'm riding it out, man. That's what I'm doing. If you want to know what Jay doing, Jay riding it out. I trust VL. Like I don't gotta. It's like if I say I trust my wife, I trust my wife. I don't trust my wife and then I need her to call me 3 times a day to verify where she at. No, I trust you. All right, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Until she do something to knock my trust off or she fucked me over, then at that point, then goddamn it, you got me. But until such a time, I trust my wife. Let's see. Nah, VL ain't going under. What's the update? Pretty much they holding firm on not giving the rate cons coolly. They explained to me that they've lost multiple customers and brokers. Well, no, they've lost multiple customers and they've been blacklisted by multiple brokers because drivers are going behind VL's back to try to negotiate uh, their own rates, and they're holding loads hostage to do that. And they also lost over $5 million contract, a hazmat contract, because of a driver attempting to negotiate his way directly with that customer off of VL's word, and it cost VL that contract. So they're standing firm and not giving that out. I'm not here to pay off this shitty truck. If it don't change things too much, just because you get your thought is still fees versus fees, that's a fact. You got to already have things lined up before that. At least one customer, own nothing, control everything. Man, look, a lot of people don't understand that one right there, brother. A lot of people don't understand that one. But I'm gonna leave that one there. I see you in the queue. I'm gonna get you in here. Give me 1 second, read through these comments. Yeah, but when your business is associated with another company, you don't get full access to every single piece of data. So not seeing certain numbers is just what comes with the territory. Yeah, but see, with me, the way I look at it, as long as the numbers that my profit is where I want it to be, I'm cool, man. Less paperwork is just less headache for me. You know what I mean? Like unless it's a drastic drop, I'm chilling. I really am, man. And maybe I'm stupid. Again, bro. Like I don't mind telling people that I'm new to this. I'm figuring this out. I'm just finding my lane, and I just happen to find it with this company. But I much rather be this way than be the way that I was, bro. And you can go watch my old videos where I was lost trying to figure out this, jumping from here to there to here to there. I'd rather just ride this train, whether it's gonna crash or succeed. I'm gonna ride this train, bro. And then after that, we can see, because I'm gonna have money. Like money ain't gonna be the issue. Opportunity ain't gonna be the issue. Because guess what? If I ride this shit out for another, let's say 2 years, and then it crash, but I'm sitting on $75,000, then I just start over. Like that's just business. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And that's the way I'm looking at it. Like I'm not afraid to fail. And I think that's a lot of people's problem. They so afraid of failure, but that fear of failure, man, it'll hold you back. Because sometimes failing is what you need to do to get to the next level. I know that was for me. All the failures I didn't have, boy. I tell you what. Hold on, let me get caught up. Damn, I see why they doing it now. It's just fucked up. It gotta affect you. You know what I mean? Jay believes anything VL say. Hey, J.O., like, I ain't even trying to be funny, though, but you know that VL is legit. So I don't even understand why you tripping. You know that they'll look out for a nigga. You know that they ain't trying to fuck no niggas over. Because if they was, then they wouldn't do what they do behind the scenes. You feel what I'm saying? So put yourself in my shoes, bro. If they had done everything for you that they did for me, or everything they did for my peoples, for me, you know, friends, associates, like what you expect me to do? You know what I mean? Like these folks, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand. Like what you? I mean, of course. Like I mean, what you want me to do? Come up here and say fuck VL, huh? What you talking about, bro? But why you think Sinister Rockwood night transportation for so long, bro? That nigga was getting treated like a king. VL done showed me so much love on and off the man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand what people want from me, bro. When I was flip flopping and saying fuck these companies, I was wrong. But now I'm standing by a company because they actually getting the nigga money. Like, and ain't talking about no little bit of money. You know what I mean? So I don't understand, man. Hope you succeed. Appreciate that. I ain't even gonna acknowledge that. People start all over the time. As long as you in black, that's all that matters. That's a fact. I failed a few times with other ventures. That's not mean, you know, his way out. So that's why he's speaking so reckless. Yeah, I see that for sure. Never said that, Jay. They helped me get my first truck. It's a lot they did, but I'm not one-sided. I don't believe on one-sided either. I'm just being real. But let me let this person in right here. I'm sorry for keeping you in the queue so long. You still there?
Nah, you good. Yeah, I'm here. You
What's
hear me?
going on with you?
Man, not much, bro, man. Shit. I want to say, man, appreciate you. You exposed me to BL and everything. You put them on the map. And that's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Cause you helping people out. You telling people, hey, that's a good spot. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money at. You might can see yourself coming over. But like you, LaShawn, TB, like y'all grow these companies to where they get to a big size, and whenever they get to that big size, they can just say F y'all and change the rules, and then they become bullies. That's the only bad thing I can see. It's like,
Right.
so you grow VL, and then how like this just the start of it. Like how they changing the rules right now. This just a little test. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Mm-hmm.
gonna be stuff after stuff to where
What
they
else do you
already
think they're
got
gonna change?
thousands of drivers that are. I don't know. I ain't gonna speculate, but that's the scary part, though. You just never know. But
So let me
um,
ask you something. So if you had a business, right, that you started from scratch, and you had issues with your employees that were doing things to, I ain't gonna say steal money from you, but that are jeopardizing your business growth. Would you just sit there and just take it and say, hey, it's a part of the game, or are you gonna make changes to protect your business?
shoot, that's I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I understand what they doing or whatever. Like, I understand it, but I'm just saying, and it's really not bad what they doing. Like you said, you still making the same money or whatever. Then it's whatever. But it's just that why they ain't been doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. It's like, well, they should have not even exposed it, not even let you have that in the first place. They should have just
Right.
nipped that in the
Which that
bud at
is
the
one of the
beginning.
mistakes they said that they made. They said that they should have they been wanting to make that change. They just didn't. And that's one of the mistakes I told them. I said, yeah, that's her because I think if they would have did this a year ago before the popularity, then it would have just been like, okay, you know, people would have came or not, whatever. But I think because now, because they have grown so much in a short period of time, I definitely see where it looks like from the driver's perspective, like, oh, y'all feeling yourselves now. You know what I mean? So it's tough, man. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
no matter what I say, I'm a cheerleading ass job, company man. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of stuck. No matter what I say, niggas, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to get people to call in. So, but I definitely appreciate you calling in. You got something else for me?
Hey, but now another thing, yeah, another thing, man, how they talk about like I see on your end where you say, man, $2,000 a month, it's whatever. Like I'm still making whatever X amount of dollars or whatever. I'm making bread. But you also gotta look at it, bro. I see what they saying where, okay, you growing this company. This company, they you paying for their trucks or whatever. Let's just say it's a lease instead of a lease purchase. You paying for their truck and you paying for them to buy another truck. You doubling the price of a truck when you can go to like Aero truck sales or something like that. Put 20% down on the truck
I ain't had
and
twenty
pay a
percent down,
thousand a month.
but I ain't had that. I
But
ain't had that. Look.
but
I understand 100% what you're saying. Like, there are like let me. I'll say it on record. There are 100% better ways to buy a truck than leasing. I feel like I've said that, but I'll say it again here. But my thing is, if I want to put no money down and I just want to walk in the door and start making 4 grand a week, I feel like this lease, in my opinion, and I still say it, even with this Raycon debacle, is the best lease to do that. You know what I mean? I think the biggest disagreement people have with me is because I want to buy the trucks. But if you're just looking to come somewhere for 6 months to a year, stack out right quick, and then walk away and do whatever, I would still say, hands down, this is the best lease to do it with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah,
100% there are better ways to buy a truck.
yeah, but man, it's like, but it's not even a walk away. And that was my thing with VL. I was gonna go with VL, but I went to a company similar to VL. They pay 65 cents, so it's a little bit less, but it's the same thing. It's like independent 1099, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Um, but the thing with VL, two things that kept me away from. So you are 100% liable for damages on the truck. Like as an independent contractor, I don't know how legality thing of it or whatever, but if you damage that truck, you wreck that truck, that might be on you. The whole sticker price of the truck, it might be on you. The way that they was wording in their paperwork, and
Right.
it's different from being an employee. Then you cover under their insurance or whatever the case may be. But I think as a 1099 independent contractor, it's different, and that's what scared me away. I'm like, well, damn, accidents do happen. I'm not saying I'm gonna damage their truck on purpose or whatever, but I ain't trying to be stuck with the sticker price of the truck and crap like that. So that kept me away from VL. But you said that what was that? Man, even as a company driver though, bro. Like, and I ain't trying to be in your pockets, but if you making $3,000 a week, it's like, and you talk about business, man. It's a business. It's a business. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice, bro. And like, so my plan. Let's just say from here to December. Let's say I got $0 right now. My
Mm-hmm.
bills for a home is like $3,000.
Right.
$3,000 a month, and I'm making $3,000 a week, 1099. Then that's, bro. You can save up 12,000, 15,000 in 3 months. In 3 months and get your own truck. Versus, and then with VL contract with the truck, you locked in for what, 48 months, I believe. You locked
It's
in.
a
You can't
walk
even.
away though. You
I
can
don't
you
even
can
think
you,
you
you
can
can
pay
pay
off the
five
truck
k and
early.
walk away.
Yeah, but then what if like your repair for the truck is all that you got stacked up, and then you ain't even got the 5K to walk away? You feel me? Like you blow your money. Let's say you mismanage your money. You don't even have 5K to walk away. Then what happened?
But that's you know what I mean. That's kind of like and there's no way in knowing that. You know what I mean. You could blow your money as a company driver.
True,
So
but
you know what I
with
mean.
true, but with having like, so the benefits outweigh the negative. It's like when you have your
I
own
think it
truck. Let's say
depends
you get
on.
from.
not to cut you off, I feel like it depends on the type of person you are. Me, I'm a risk taker. You know what I mean? I don't mind taking a risk if I know that the profit or what's to gain is worth it. You know what I mean? Like when I got in this lease truck, my first lease truck, I didn't have this super drawn out business plan. And a lot of people will knock people for winging it, or like my shorty came in and said, fixing the plane while you flying it. But you would be surprised as to how many multi-million dollar companies are learning as they go. You know what I mean? And I think that's where leasing, in my opinion, is the best situation business wise, because you can come with very little money up front, zero down even, and you can learn the business of trucking while still making money. And then when you're done, you can walk away. Yeah, can maintenance happen? Can all this other shit happen? 100%. But like this comment right here say, you can go get a used truck or buy a truck cash and lose everything just as fast, if not faster, than leasing a truck and doing the same thing. You know what I mean? A lot of guys do that, but you don't see those videos, or you don't hear about those guys because they just disappear. You just hear about the failed lease drivers because that's what's popular to speak on. That's what's popular to rag on. But it's a lot of guys out here who have went to dealerships or have went to auctions and have bought lemon trucks for 15, 20, 25, $30,000 even, and that truck turned them upside down and they didn't have no money left. There are popular YouTubers, YouTube truckers that you name that have gone through that. Not to throw shots, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So it's two sides of it.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. But it's to me, in hindsight 2020, it's easy to come back from that. Like, so let's play both sides. You get a truck from VL that the motor blow out, you ain't got the bread for it. What happens then? You can't take that truck to no other company. That truck locked in at VL. You maybe the next thing you can do is go as a company driver, stack your money up to repair the truck, right? But
well, if my truck blow at VL, one, they're gonna bring me a replacement truck to keep making money, and then they'll fix it, and then whatever. Because this actually happened to a driver. I don't know if you're familiar with Roscoe Green. He had like 25K in repairs at the dealership. VL brought him a truck, took him to their mechanic, brought that cost down by like 30%, and then worked out an arrangement with him to pay it back while he was still in the secondary truck making money.
Right.
Sure. Whereas if you was in a used truck, like you say, at a dealership, if your engine blow, you got to go get a company job, or you got to go scramble. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I just go back to 1099 company where I'm at 65 cents, 70 cents, and just stack back up. But man, I ain't gonna.
Yeah, Jay, he had to pay for both trucks, but he still was making money. Yeah, he had to spend an extra $4.99. But think about it like this, like this brother right here saying, if he would have had a used truck or a cash truck or whatever may have you, he wouldn't have been making no money whatsoever. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say, like, listen, man, I'm not saying that VL is the greatest thing in the world, period. I'm saying it's the best leasing option. And for those who understand how to work the leasing game, I honestly believe that it just don't get no better than this. That's my, I guess, biased opinion. Let me list some other people in here though, right quick. Hold on. What up, Mr. Black Mob? I see you.
What's up? Hey, with that Roscoe situation, you also got to add that he was paying for both trucks also.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Yeah, but even with him paying for both trucks, he still was making money though. You feel what I'm saying? I think he was paying for both trucks and was still making like $3,000 a week.
All right. But he ended up coming out of that situation.
Yeah, he's still at VL.
No, but he paid he got the other truck fixing everything?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah, he came out of that situation, got back in the truck, and he's actually we was talking the other day, I think that was him, talking about getting another truck. So
okay. Yeah. But to me, I mean, in my opinion, it's not really about how you get the truck, man. At the end of the day, man, we've seen, and I'm just talking about YouTube, and we gotta think YouTube is literally less than 1% of the industry, bro.
That's a fact.
We seen guys get brand new fucking truck, talking about top of the line fucking Volvo V&Ls, everybody fucking love, and that shit ended up being a limit. And then we seen guys ended up buying the trashiest fucking truck, and still was able to hold their head throughout the whole situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It don't matter. The truck don't matter. It don't matter how obtained the truck is. It's all gonna fall on that person. All gonna fall on your hustle and how you do things, bro. Like, bro, we seen guys that been a company driver for 2 fucking years, and now he got 2 trucks and he's got 1 truck sitting in the fucking yard for a backup truck.
Right.
Like, we seen all type of scenarios. You know what I'm saying? And then we seen the other guys that been doing this. Oh, I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there.
There you go.
Hey, I'm about to be messy.
Hey, man, it's a positive channel, man.
Hey, I ain't about to do that. But it ain't the truck. Like, everybody be like, well, cash trucks, everybody gonna be failing. Or lease trucks is gonna be overpaying. Blah blah blah. It ain't the damn truck, man. It's you. It's the person behind the wheel of that truck.
Yeah.
Right. The support system they have, their plan. The
hustler gonna make it work regardless.
See, this nigga
exactly.
You saying everything that I was gonna say. It's about your mentality. Like, if the dude who's saying that he was scared, like you might have to pay the price of the truck. My truck, a lease truck, I got a 2012 Cascadia, man. It's all about your mindset, dude. I was living in an apartment in 2017, and I got rid of my apartment, and I just risked it all. And I made it through with my lease. It's all about your mentality,
man.
You gotta have failure is not an option.
For real, like when I first got in the trucking, bro, my first year, bro, I went 9 months on the road before I even fucking went home, bro.
Fuck,
you know what I'm saying? because I was like, bro, because I worked my way up to be a logistics manager, and then all of a sudden I walked in there and they told me I ain't got a job no more, so I didn't have a plan B. So when I got my CDL, I'm like, bro, this has to work. This has to work. You know what I'm saying? There was no plan B. Tunnel vision, yeah.
Because you can easily defeat yourself with your own thoughts. Don't allow your thoughts to
defeat you. I'm trying to think, man. Let me tell you, bro. Especially in that truck, bro. You get stuck on a 34 or at a shipper too long, and one thing don't go the way you want it to. You get one settlement that's might be in the negative because you stayed home too long. Then you get to thinking, then you get on YouTube and nigga tell you everybody's stupid who leased a truck. Now you feeling bad and oh my god, man, that shit is like a snowball effect.
Yeah, it is. I think the only thing that helped me out because I did prison time or whatever, but you gotta understand how much discipline you gotta have, man. I remember my second year as being a company driver, bro. I had close to $60,000 in my account. You know what I'm saying? I was still eating fucking sandwiches of ramen noodle soup. You know what I'm saying? Still. This guy's right here, they got $500 in their account, and they walk in there and they get the half chicken with 3 sides, some M&Ms, monster drink, stuff like that. They ain't got no money in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about that person, man, about that mentality, bro. You gotta want it. You gotta want it.
And stop taking in everything from everybody. Sometimes you should just focus on one person and have that radio silence type of mindset, because if you got all these opinions in your head, your mind is gonna get fucked in every direction.
Yes, sir.
I know what I did when I first got into it, because I started listening to YouTube and stuff. I started talking to drivers at truck stops and stuff. I would have listened to everybody. I just wanted to get everybody a little tape and just mix it up and then put my own experiences of what I seen and come with my own analogy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a good idea to listen to one person, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. Me and you can both get in the same truck and go down the same highway, go to the same place. We're gonna get there at different times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, can I add something?
Go ahead.
I'm a current driver at VL right now. To piggyback what you were saying, when you come in, you got to escrow. You got to pay $500. That's just like paying for 2 trucks right there. I was making $3,000 plus paying that. So
$500 ain't shit. Hell.
Yeah, it's $500 for the first 5 weeks, and then what end up happening is if you walk away, they'll take that out of your walk away. So you really end up spending like $25 to walk away.
Hey, that's what it is.
Yeah,
takes money to make money.
it's
Shit.
not a bad situation,
Basically
man. Like
everybody.
I get the rate con. So you say, hey Brandon, you say you at VL now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What is I would like to get your perspective. I'm gonna give you the floor. Let's see how do I do this. Boom, boom, boom. For the other guys, man, y'all just stay in the queue. I'm gonna bring y'all back in. But Brandon, I want to know how you feel about the rate cons, and is that gonna affect your decision to move forward with VL or to change your you ain't got to give me your specific business plan, of course, but just in regards to how not being able to see the Raycon will affect you moving forward.
I'm like you. I done been to every trucking company it is. I done been to Swift, Lease, JB Hunt, Lease, JR Sugar, Lease. This is the only leasing company I done been with. Ain't no camera in the truck. My truck do 75. It was clean when I got it. Brand new tires, no money down, soft credit check. Everywhere else you go, you got to put money down. Hell no. Shit. At first I was mad. I asked my driver manager yesterday. I said, for this, I was like, could you send me the rate con, the full picture? Because over the weekend, it was a guy that sent me an email with the full rate con, and she was just screenshotting. I'm like, why are we doing business like this? And it at first, when you brought it up, it kind of I kind of went back with her. I texted her yesterday about it, and I was like, why I can't see the full rate con? But I'm making money. Where else I'm gonna go making $3,000 to $4,000?
Right.
Where? I mean, shit, I ain't
I
cruising
don't know
like
nowhere. They keep saying that it's other leasing situations. Let me bring the fellas back in here.
they
They're
ain't
saying
showing
that
the
it's
numbers
other.
though. But they ain't showing the numbers. Like
They
like
never do.
Josh, like Josh for instance, he say he making all this money, but he never show his he don't show his numbers. I show him my settlement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with everything on it. He got fuel coming out here. Everything comes out of my settlement, and I'm making $3,000 to $4,000. I ain't got nothing to hide. I put my shit on
Right.
the glass. So where's some to
Right.
go? Shit. Hell no.
Yeah. I feel that. So what y'all think, Mob and Mr. Black, about the whole recon thing? Like, what's y'all opinion about it?
All right.
I'm going, Miss
Basically,
Black.
with the whole thing now explained in a roundabout way, I understand why they saying that you can't get the Raycon because of what dudes is doing, going behind their back trying to like hold the low hostage and all that. If that's such a problem for those drivers, what they should do is go to a company where they allow you to pick off the spot market and do it that way. That way, the responsibility is all on you. Only you responsible for the rate that you can get now since you're picking off the spot market.
Right.
Also, since it seemed like it's hard for them to understand why they taking it away, it's because sometimes you have to think on a higher level than where you at. Some people are on the base level and they can't understand why they
Hey,
doing these type of moves.
let's put it this way, right? The way Buddy, the way Buddy did his thing is exactly how I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at him. That's how he got put on.
Yeah.
And hey,
I
one
understand
thing though,
this company, like you just said,
You going in and out, Mob.
why they don't get rid of the drivers that's doing that? It's like in the drug game, what they do, you get killed for doing something like that.
That is, yeah.
Why they just don't have the drivers that's doing that?
I don't know, man. That's what I was
all right,
trying to.
how many trucks
I
they
asked
have?
them that.
How many how many trucks they have? Like how many drivers they have?
I would I would guess and say like 250 at this point, somewhere between 250 300,
250.
if I'm not mistaken.
That's a lot of personalities.
Yeah. I don't know who that trying to talk, but they going in and out.
They stuck in a phantom zone.
I ain't lying. Who was that? Who just left? Oh no.
Yeah, but I was saying though, like you were saying, you said there's levels to this. You have to like sometimes people gotta experience that so they can understand where you coming from. And some
Yeah.
people aren't gonna be able to get to that level. They just ain't never gonna have to understand it. So at that point you might as well just cut ties with them.
God damn.
why they don't cut ties with the driver? You know what I'm saying? If they doing that,
That's
why
what
they
I'm
don't?
saying. Cut,
Oh
yeah, cut
shit.
ties with the driver. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. If they,
instead of doing us like this, but it is what it is. Long as the money keep coming.
Hey,
What
I
up,
got
Cooley?
bad signal. My bad.
Yo,
But
what up?
I don't know where I got cut off, man. But only thing I was saying, the reason why I understand their point, like I said, they got 250 to 300 drivers. That's 250 to 300 chances this might happen. And once it happens, the damage has already been done. It's
Yeah.
already been done. So why not eliminate? Why not eliminate that possibility?
I think
Yeah.
I
the only
understand.
ones, the only,
I understand their perspective of it.
Yeah.
the only, the only
I
ones
don't
that's
know,
probably
man.
gonna leave. The only one that's probably gonna leave is the ones with high overhead. I mean, most of them probably,
yeah,
like when the rates go down, my house is paid for, car is paid for. If the rates go down, fuck it. I mean, shit, I can eat out 1,500 a week until it go back
Yeah.
up.
That
Shit.
that's why like I was so glad for me when I got these three trucks at the 499, because even though big picture 499 a week still may be expensive to some, but I think when I calculated my income to like what's the lowest I can run for, I think I could run these trucks at like $1.60 and break even,
What is the overall cost per truck? Have you ever figured that out?
like 104.
104.
Yeah,
Damn. I'm not,
104, and that's a lot.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot. That's more than a lot.
But at the same time,
Hey,
man, if I'm being honest, and I'm gonna put it on the if I'm gonna put it on the screen, like they say, I made 50K in referral money, so my trucks are paid for. Like if you want to look at it
the truck,
numbers
All right.
the
wise,
truck shouldn't matter. The truck shouldn't matter. Why it shouldn't matter? If you're doing things like Mob said, you take this money, invest in the other businesses. I mean, what do you got to lose? Shit, the
that's
truck
where I'm
shouldn't
Yup.
at
matter.
with it. Like I
Yup.
really don't have nothing to lose. Like it's all profit for me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's all profit. Like whether the rates go down, up, whatever. Like especially because like that's why I focused on the money that I have made. I've made strategic moves to, if this go down, now I could go do this. Like I took the broker class, even though I'm not doing it right now. That's always something that I can go do as a freight agent. I'm certified as a CDL instructor. It's different things that I can go do. Worst come to
Hey,
worst, I get
hey,
back on the fucking truck.
and let me
And
ask you a
so
question, man. When you went through that program, do you feel like it was worth it? Because I was thinking about going through that.
100% go through Great Freight Sage, man.
Yeah,
One
I got his number.
a big reason why I can understand VL's perspective of this whole Raycon thing is because of shit I learned in that class, like double brokering and things to that nature. And like you think trucking is dirty, and Cooley can
Broker
the
side is
brokering
broker.
side
Yeah,
is fucking,
believe me.
that
I
shit don't hold a candle
believe
to
me.
the shit on the brokering side.
I was in logistics prior to driving, and believe me, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it, man. So it's
yeah.
like a
I'm
lot of
talking
people
about
looking at it from
niggas,
behind the
niggas,
wheel.
niggas brokering loads where they gotta go and fucking instead they can't break the seal because they double doing whatever. So they gotta literally take off the door of the trailer to unload the fucking shit because they can't break the seal. Like shit, niggas is doing some
wow,
super shady shit out here, bro. I
wow.
bullshit you not, man.
Yeah, it's a
But yeah,
dirty
that
game
class
out
is,
here,
is
man.
definitely worth it.
That's
Definitely
wild.
worth it.
That's wild.
It's a dirty game, man.
Never heard
Yes,
that
it
one though.
is. What's going on, Cool? Hey, man, you hit 8 figures yet, man?
I wish.
Later.
What's
I
going
wish.
on with you, man?
What up, man?
What's
Hey,
up?
Miles.
What's up?
man, just weathering the storm. Weathering the
Nah,
storm,
I saw the title pop up yesterday. I was like, man, what the hell's going on here, man? I was listening.
man.
I meant to get on yesterday, but I got caught up. So I was like, let me try to get on today when you hopped on the live. I was like, that's crazy with the Raycon thing, though.
Yeah,
But from my perspective, looking from how VL look at it, I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna want to do. At the end of the day, people gonna leave though, but they're gonna make their
yeah,
money regardless.
yeah,
All they're gonna do is drop the payments, or they'll figure the way to get people to come back. I
yeah,
mean, that's what they're gonna do. I mean, it is what it is. They probably got some more stuff. They probably got some more stuff they got planned up. You don't even know.
You know.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of
Hopefully,
the day,
hopefully it's not all. At least I don't think it will be all just like, okay, we taking this, we taking this, we taking this, we taking this, we doing this. I don't think so. They again up until this point, they have not struck me as that type of carrier. But at the same time, like the way they told us, like they've been nice for so long, and they getting screwed for being nice. You know, I know nice guys finish last, so you try to give drivers, as I'm sure you know as an authority, you give drivers benefit of the doubt with shit, and they take that shit and run with it, man, and you left with the mess.
it sure is. And at the end of the day, they gonna make their money,
Yeah,
regardless of anybody feel. They gonna make their money.
they are they a $1 million company. I don't know, multi-million-dollar company, $1 million company. They got some money behind them, you know, a lot of money. So they gonna they gonna make it back. They might lose a couple of drivers, but they think of it like this: it's a business decision. You
Yeah,
know,
And business ain't pretty, man. That's why it's don't ever mix with business and personal relationships, man.
yep,
so so it is
that
what
it
it is.
should be.
So I hope it works out for you. Figure the way that where you not feel like you can screwed over. Hopefully they being real with whatever they're talking about.
That's what I'm gonna move forward with that thought process of that's how it's gonna be. I'm just thinking that it's gonna be an adjustment, but I mean, again, I sound stupid, but I trust them. I do. You know, what I mean, I can honestly say that. I know that's a foolish thing to do in this industry, but in my opinion, I just don't see a reason why they got to screw over all these. I just don't see it, man. I don't know.
But
Maybe I'm foolish, ignorant,
It's
all
just, it's
these
just,
but do
things.
you but do you trust them? But do you
it's just
trust
like
them as?
how you.
Oh, go ahead, Mark.
Nah, I was saying, it's like with your drivers, man. If it don't affect your bottom line, then it's not affect the bottom line. You gotta start making adjustments.
You going in and out with that mob. You don't affect bottom line. What now? Yeah, I can't hear it.
What
But
street jam?
but do
Hey,
you?
for those that was trying to call, the link right there for anybody else.
You're trying going in and out, Mark.
Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here, man.
But
I'm at work though. I'm on the road, but
All right,
I'm
Mr.
holler at
Black, be
y'all.
easy.
but do you,
All right.
like I was saying? But do you trust them because you 3 trucks in with them, or do you trust them because you have a good relationship with VL?
I would trust him like this if I had one truck with him.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I trust him because in the year and how long I've been here now, 13 months, 14 months. Like I just like number one, when I first got into my lease truck, I really didn't know what I was doing. Like I was figuring it out as I was going. And multiple times I was pulled to the side, like, yo, you might want to change up how you doing this, boom, 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 boom. As I transitioned to, being a quote unquote fleet owner, I was pulled to the side, like, yo, you might want to switch this up. Boom, 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 boom. I know you want to do this. You know what I mean? Like just different conversations that I've had with these gentlemen on and off the record to where like they did shit that they didn't have to do. Because at the end of the day, I'm just some dumb black kid from the hood that just came into there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like everybody else. But they took, you know, the time to, yo, you should change this with your business. You should do this with your payroll. You should, you know what I mean? And I just don't feel like that they're gonna do all of that just to turn around and say we're gonna screw this guy over. You know what I mean? And I know it's hard. Again, it's hard for people to hear it from me because they just see he a recruiter, he the recruiter. But I mean, I've always been open about my relationships with these companies that I work for. I talk about the guy I used to work for, Brian, the fleet owner, all the time that I still have a relationship with. You know what I mean? So it's not like this is like he sold his soul. Like, nah, man, this is I would not be the businessman that I am today if not for VL and the almost the mentorship that they have took to me, you know what I'm saying, and showed me. No different than when it comes to this brokering shit. I wouldn't know half the shit I know about the brokering side if it weren't for you and Sage. The same way. You know what I mean? So like the same way that somebody would ask me, like, yo, do you think Cooley got his shit legit? Do you think Sage class is like the same way Mob just asked me, like, yo, do you think that Sage class is legit? I still haven't used that class to make money, but I would still 1000% recommend it because I just think that it was genuine. It had the information and it was worth it. And that's the same way with VL. Even if I was to get an authority, let's say 90 days from now, and VL still was offering this lease, I would tell somebody like, "Yo, that was a legit shit situation for me. Like that shit was it was alright. Like I ain't no cap or whatever. Like it's a legit situation." So that's how I look at it.
Okay, that's good then. But have you ever had the experiences I had with companies or carriers was when you start speaking about, I don't know if you never had a conversation with VL about it. You probably haven't though. It would probably be your best interest not to. But future reference though, but having a conversation with a carrier saying that, hey, I'm thinking about getting my authority and I'm ready to do my own thing. What do you think VL? How do you think VL would respond to something like that? My experience, when I said something like that to a carrier, everything went left.
Right.
Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna cut your fuel card off. Now you can't do this, that, and third. This. Oh, you're not gonna
Oh, you're
get your
not gonna
check for
get your
three
check for three
months.
months.
You know,
Right.
different things like that. But what do you
I,
think?
if I'm being honest, right now, I don't think it'll go over too good just because everything that's going on with because that's what started this whole Raycon thing was a guy left the company, got his own authority, but he went and fucked up a customer relationship for VL, cost him a $5.3 million contract because he used the number that he got from a Raycon to call like the vice president or some shit of this huge chemical company in Colorado, but he was calling as if he was calling off the strength of VL, like, oh yeah, I know Richie, I know, Vic, and that fucked up a relationship with for VL. So right now it'll probably be too soon because they be like, hold on, man, like this is just what we went through. But I'm sure it'll be some type of like, come on, they wouldn't want me to leave just because of the impact that I have had on their carrier. But do I think it'll be a malicious like fuck you? I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah, yeah. But you probably not looking that further. But things like that.
Right.
Sometimes when carriers push stuff like that, it'll push you to make a business decision on your own to
Right.
go a different route.
Right.
But
I see what you're saying.
I don't know. Like I said, that's something I never experienced with the whole Raycon thing. Like I don't even want to get into it how I feel about it opinion wise because that bothers me. As being an owner operator, you can't see how much you're getting paid. That just I never experienced that. Like yo, no.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, dang, man, that's kind of messed up. And you said they got 250, 300 drivers, and some of them's company drivers, some of them owner
Yeah, they
operators.
got a
I'm like,
mixture of 1099 company drivers, lease drivers, and drivers who have leased on with their own trucks. So the only thing I can say is they did say um, if you want to see, I think they said they will show you the invoice of what they actually made for that load. But they are doing away with the Raycon. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, it'll definitely be an adjustment. Somebody else saying it'll definitely be an adjustment. Um, but we'll see, man. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
stranger things have happened, I guess.
I guess you keep us updated, as far
Yeah,
how.
Uh,
always. Win, lose, or draw. I'm gonna put it up here till I go broke.
Hey, yo, like I ain't trying to mess up your thing, Jay. I watch your videos all the time, bro. My whole
Appreciate it.
thing is everybody been getting money at VL. I ain't never worked for VL a day in my life. Y'all got all these dudes coming up here complaining, talking about rate cons. What happened if you would have never got a job with VL? Would have had no money like y'all was getting. So what that they're taking the rate cons? So what? If everything changes in business. If it doesn't change, how can it elevate? How can it get bigger? You already know they got to
Right.
customer their money. So I just came on here to say, like, what's the most complaining for? Because if they didn't give you a truck, who else was gonna go to and make 3, 4, 5 steps away from? I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
saying.
and that's kind of, how I'm looking at it as well. Is like everything been great. Like it ain't been like you ain't heard no complaints about VL. You've heard rumblings here and there, rumors here and there, but the majority have been happy and satisfied. So all I tell people, man, is like give it a chance.
Man,
That's
I'm
all I
just
tell
saying,
you.
like, all y'all dudes on here, I'm a woman out here trucking, and I like women. However, somebody else want to say, y'all can put that shit on there.
For
I
sure.
like coochie, but check this out. Ali, this person gave me this truck, but not putting nothing down on that motherfucker. I ain't have to do anything but sign paperwork, bro. I done
Mm,
came up $25,000 within the last 5 weeks. I have no
yeah.
complaints. Don't let me see the rate con. Keep it. Keep it. For
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, for
Man,
sure.
you can't get no money nowhere else in the world like this. Let's
Yeah.
all be real.
This for
Besides
sure the
drug,
easiest money.
yeah, drug dealing and shit like that. Come on, man. Y'all niggas, some niggas be crabbing and like, how y'all gonna tell them to do what they shit? They business. They open up the company.
Yeah.
So what? They taking a rate cut. So what?
Word.
But I'm gonna say
Yeah.
for everybody that be all that. I'm just gonna say it for them. I just don't get it because everybody complaining. Like, and then you got dudes coming up here asking you a million questions about your company. How you doing this? How you doing that? How you shit? Man, that's dope shit, man. You run that bit how you want to run it. You got to question nobody because I know your pocket's fat right now. Running 3 trucks
Nah,
and
I
you got to
ain't got
put
no
money
money.
down.
I ain't got no money, man.
Man, look,
Yeah, he got
I'm
all
gonna
the
keep
money
it
in the
I
J
ain't
like
world.
got
that,
no
bro. You ain't
money,
got to
man.
put no money
Hey, look, I
down on
had
the
this
truck,
shirt on
bro.
yesterday, man. I ain't got
You
no
hear
money.
me? Like,
He
look,
got
you ain't got to
all.
put no money down and none of that. Like, I respect everybody. I respect the industry, but let's just be real. This shit put some people in places that they would never seen if it
That is
was
a fact.
off somebody just giving them a truck and giving them a chance.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
that's a
But
fact.
I'm gonna let y'all stay on y'all flow though. I'm off of it though.
All right, be easy. She said, I'm up 25K on y'all nigga. Let me read through some of these comments.
But
I might get up off here in a minute. I gotta go do payroll, get these settlements going. Bro said I'm coming to VL in October. What's your referral? Hey, bro, just put my name, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this other person there, I'm gonna remove them.
but
But
I'm gonna hop up out of here, man.
all right, bro, be easy. Everything going good with the joint? Everything smooth?
Oh yeah, everything good, man. Everything good. I'm ready to go
Okay,
look at some stuff tomorrow.
that's what's up. That's what's
Tomorrow.
up.
Yeah, everything good though. But yeah, I gotta make a run right quick.
All right, bro, be easy. Yeah, so I feel like this was a productive live. Jay up there in there, 200. Hey man, I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. I ain't got no goddamn money. Why I ain't got no money? What? Oh, my shit blurry. I was about to say. Jay ain't got no money. Hey Jay, stop, man. Like, look, you gotta cut that shit out. You gotta cut that shit out, man. Don't do that. That's like asking your landlord what's his mortgage is. But yeah, just put my name down when you come up here. They know me. Yeah, they know me. Just tell them Jamar. But whew, I think that's it, man. I really I really don't got too much else to say about it. I think I provided. I really wish more VL drivers would have called in. That's what I really wish. Hold on, somebody. Oh, yeah, I wish more VL drivers would have called in. But obviously we'll talk about this more. What I want to do is I want to try to find a way to incorporate. Um, I want to try to find a way to incorporate, like, show you guys my pay. You know what I mean? Because not so much to prove anything, but I do want to just to show people like ain't much change, but that's gonna be hard to do because I'm a fleet owner. You know what I mean? And I don't want to put my driver's information out there. And I don't necessarily want my drivers to know what them trucks making either because that's the quickest way to lose a driver. Um, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. You guys are going to take my word for it. I haven't lied to you guys. I think I've done pretty well with that in my 5-6 years on YouTube. I've done a good job of keeping my integrity and not lying about situations. So I'm just hoping that you guys can trust me moving forward to continue to be honest about my situation. And let's just call it what it is. No, VL is not better than buying a cash truck or having your authority. VL is good for this level of trucking. Yes, I still think that VL trucking is the best leasing option right now. I do. I honestly, truly believe that. No, I do not agree with the Raycons being taken, but I still trust VL enough to continue my relationship with them moving forward, as well as building with them. I'm still going to add another truck after this. I'm looking to add a fourth truck. You know what I mean? Y'all, they're gonna fuck around and let me build a fleet off of them $499. Let me tell you, if y'all let me build a fleet of all trucks at $490, let me tell you something. Anybody who want to turn in your $499 truck, let me know. Bro, let me know. That's where I'm at with it. Cause I'm gonna fuck around in 5 years from now. Y'all niggas gonna be looking at me like, how the fuck this nigga do? I'm telling you, bro, consistency. And I have to stay consistent, bro, because I can see it. I can see where this shit could potentially be going. And if y'all think that these rates are about to drop back down to $1.50, $1.80, you're fucking crazy. Like everything is getting more expensive. Why would the rates go down? Like, do I think that they're gonna stay over $4 a mile and all that shit? No. But we are literally watching inflation. Me and Ma was just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in, bro. Like let me get a fleet of let me get 10 $499 trucks. So I tell you what, if you want to turn your shit in, if you want to just quit and give away your $4,000 a week that I know you making, and you gonna keep making, because this market ain't going nowhere for at least the next shit. Right, might be to the end of the year. I still can't get a PS5. I still can't get certain shit. Everything on back order. So you think the market just gonna crash with everything on back order? They still got boats sitting out there on the water on the West Coast. You told me, man, you better stop. All right, you better, man, let me tell you something. Y'all better stop listening. See, what the problem is, people get caught up in the fads, and they get caught up in what's popular, and they get caught up in the rumors. Y'all don't let this rumor mill fuck your money up, because the rumor mill will have you making a move based off of what everybody else doing, and then 6 months later, you're going to look back and be like, shit, why the fuck did I do that? But, same thing I did with AMC when I put that money in AMC and I sold that bitch about $60-something, and niggas like, oh, keep it in there because that's what everybody else was doing. Now that shit back down at $30 goddamn dollars. Got my money though. But anyways, man, hey, listen, all I can tell you is follow the beat of your own drum, man. That's all I can tell you. Follow the beat of your own drum. That's what I've been doing for the last year and a half, and it has served me well. It served me well. Following the beat of my own drum has served me so well. I've come too far to not do it. I'm going to follow my gut. I'm going to follow the money, honestly. I'm going to keep following the money. Like, my trucks gross all over $7,500 a week. All of them. Every last one. Just 3. All gross over $7,500. Some of them gross over 8,000. So, my truck payment is only $499. And don't let me get this fuel card. Oh my God, boy, you better stop playing with me. I'm out of here, man. As always, I should have been had the fuel card. I'm gonna tell you, cause I was about to get the fuel card, but then my grandfather passed and I had to pay for his funeral. So that took up a lot of that funds that I wanted to do. But I'm about to be back in a position to do that, get that, because I gotta pay like a deposit up front because I got 3 trucks and it's money for each truck and whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let me read these last little bit of comments. Hey, everybody say don't do that. I know. I was just saying they shouldn't see that info. After bills expenses, how much do you keep is what matters. I keep a lot. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I keep a lot. It's VL trucking a walkaway lease. How are you being able to get the trucks on the VL? Is it a down payment process? So basically what it is, a soft credit check is 0 down. It's an escrow of $2,500 that's taken out over the first 5 weeks. It's $500 a week. And as long as you get approved and you got a good driving record, you can walk in the door, sign the paperwork, and you ain't truck. These new trucks that are coming, the 2019s, 2020s, they will be $900 a week, which is a little pricey, but they're only going to have 100 to 200,000 miles on them, and they will have warranties on them, factory warranties on them. So, as somebody who has spent damn near $20,000 in maintenance this year, Let me tell you, I wish I had a fucking warranty. But so it kind of, the more money you spend on the truck payment, the less you should have to worry about maintenance. But you never know, man, with these newer trucks. So, but I definitely, take a chance. You never know, you might get rich. But is that all I got? I think that's all I got. Fuck around by a Lambo if these lumber rates stay like this. Real shit. $499. That's a good price. It's an amazing price, Big Knock. And I really don't think like people hear $499 and they automatically compare it to going to a truck dealership because you can't compare it to no other lease payment because it's a great lease truck. But so they have to compare that. You ever notice that? Whenever something is a good leasing situation, they automatically compare it to the cash trucks or the financing or the going the Arrow or whatever because it's so good for leasing. Like, no, we can't compare this to the other lease trucks. This is great. Let's compare it to the nigga that's paying $500 a month. You ever see how that work? Like, you got to understand how shit work, man. People gonna always find a way to knock some shit, compare it to something else. Like, fuck that game, man. I pay $4.99 a week, and that shit is love. Let me see. Can someone call me? Somebody call them. And under market value to get money back. There's no other lease trucks to compare it to because it's the best lease program there is. Hey, man, you said it, not me. You said it, not me, man. All right, I'm going for real this time, man. I'll probably do another live feed. Who did you speak to when you started your fleet? A bunch of people. I got advice from my dispatcher. I talked to Richie. I talked to Vic. I talked to Blago because he's the maintenance manager, so he's the one that's going to know more about these trucks. And then at the time, did I talk to anybody outside of that? I talked to some people, around the YouTube world. But yeah, I just was getting advice, telling them what I was going to do, and they just assured me that they was going to support me regardless. You know what I mean? Which was reassuring. Definitely was reassuring. My joint was $450 a week. Ain't no more of those. Hell no. You find that, boy, you better arm wrestle with a nigga over that shit. I was 6'11" with $4.99. Yo, let me ask, do they give you a maintenance account? Nah, they don't do the maintenance account, man. You just responsible for all maintenance. But if you do break down, what'll happen is, let's say you got a $3,000 breakdown, they will pay it up front and then charge you 10% on the back end and then chop it up into like 2 payments over your next couple of settlements or 3 payments, depending on the cost of, just depending on how big of an expense it is. So they're not going to leave you out there by yourself, though. They will help because they know they're going to make the money back. You know what I mean? If they know that this truck gets moving again, it's going to gross over $7K or $8K. So, yeah, give him this money, charge him 10%. We'll make $300 off of him. He ain't going to miss that $300 because he about to go make another $4,000 next week. And then everybody wins. And that's how they do it. I'll keep my 4. Nah, Jay, let me get your joint. Go turn that shit in. Let me get that. For now. Yeah, I bet for now. What's wrong?
You got some more sticky notes.
What do you got?
Should go on that side of the computer. With a parking.
I'm about to get off here anyways. I'll bring it to you. I would say that 10% not cool though. Man, look, holla at me on Instagram, man. I ain't finna argue with you up here. But nah, shout out. Nah, all jokes to the side though. Shout out to the money team, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. We gonna see, man. People gonna leave. People gonna leave. People gonna come. People gonna come. It is what it is, man. If people are leaving, then good luck to y'all. I will say that. Like, it ain't no hard feelings. Whether I referred you or not, I do wish everyone well. That's all I want, man. I just want niggas to get a bag. That's all. So good luck to everybody on their adventure, whether they leave or not. And seriously, if you are turning in your truck that has a $4.99 truck payment, please reach out to me. I'll be very interested in trying to take that over. I just got to find a driver for it, but I'm dead serious on that. You can reach out to me on Instagram, Trucker Named Jay, or hit my email, truckernamedjay@yahoo. Yeah, man, y'all know the vibes always. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God, family, trucker movement, time is money. Make sure you're spending it well. And remember, man, everything that you want in life is on the other side of sacrifice, man. So keep pushing. Go.